some digital media, such as analytics, Google AdWords, you can measure perfectly who is watching it, who is clicking, who is opening the interacting.
Right.
But what happens with other media, such as social media, for example? You can't make clusters. You don't know exactly who the audience is. How can you match one side of the digital media that it's completely easy to measure with another that it's kind of hard?
So in social, we're getting closer to be able to like match individuals, right?
Okay.
So Facebook, as an example, moved from you can do lookalike modeling, you can actually target segments of Facebook, but in most of the social media platforms now, you can actually use first-party data. You can use, if a brand has a CRM database with, especially using email as the kind of key append criteria, you can go into Facebook, Instagram, platforms like Pandora or Spotify, or even platforms, many of the emerging social platforms allow you to do, or even Google now allows you to do first-party targeting, where you can target individuals on a one-to-one basis. So I think many brands haven't fully developed their own CRM databases, so that the majority of their digital media targeting in these social platforms is one-to-one. Like, they don't have large enough CRM databases, but now that they know that you can target in not only on the segment level but on the individual one-to-one level in these platforms, you're going to start to see more and more brands develop their customer databases, so that eventually they can tailor their audiences in segments and one-to-one. I think Facebook and Twitter were the two platforms that kind of like were the pioneers in the one-to-one targeting in social platforms, but you're seeing everyone following suit because of the success of Twitter and Facebook.
One last question, and it's a composed one. What do you think is the future of digital advertising, and what are your plans with Digilant in order to move to this future?
Yeah, so the 3 or 4 key in the short-term future in digital, we see the kind of the 2 or 3 or 4 kind of key things that agencies and brands need to get better at if they want to speak more intelligently to consumers. The first is the creative messaging and offer in the digital channels needs to get a lot better, right? So we all experience when we are in digital channels that it doesn't seem yet that the message and the offer and the creative and is speaking to us, right? You're still, even if you've gone to a website or an e-commerce platform and you were looking at certain products, you're still getting you're not getting the customized messages like a good salesperson would do to follow up with you. So I think we're going to see the messaging get a lot more granular. And then what I was speaking of before, especially in social channels or even in any digital channels, you're going to start to see more targeted messaging that looks like what I would consider the best salesperson or your best friend who's a maven on certain products to be recommending products that are more tailored towards you. Mm-hmm. And then I think we're also going to see a better integration across channels and across platforms. So today, if you're on the desktop or on your mobile phone, or you're in Facebook, or you're in Google, or you're in Twitter or WhatsApp, or no matter where you are in the digital ecosystem, you're not being if you're in market for a product, I think brands have to get better at understanding you're in market for a product, or you're unhappy with a brand's product, or you're in a consideration phase, and how do you bring messaging across these platforms so that as a consumer you can be educated about a product. And so those 3 kind of components to how brands reach consumers are in very early days, and there's a lot of work to be done, but I think that's in the next 12 to 24 months, that's where you're going to see the most growth.
Okay.
Because and that's the kind of the holy grail for brands is to really be able to speak across these digital channels, that you really can speak individually to people, and we're not there yet. But So the data's there, the technology's there, but it's just so complex because it's, you know, you're talking about disparate data sets. You're talking about data that is structured data and unstructured data. So structured data could be cookie-based data, or could be data that is like, you know, just in general gathered by an ad server. And then unstructured data is the content that people are, you know, communicating to brands in all sorts of social channels, that it's just unstructured data that we're not really sure 100% how you understand the sentiment of what's being discussed, and how you bring that together with, like, you know, what people are actually acting on. So it's basically what people are saying and how people are acting in online channels, and how you bring those two things together.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you.